And we are back. Welcome to my predictions for today's games in the Asian Cup and African Cup of Nations. And honestly, I could just do an entire video as a reaction to yesterday's games because, quite frankly, this is why we love tournament football. Firstly, the Equatorial Guinea Ivory Coast 4-0 to Equatorial Guinea against the host nation to knock them out. What an unbelievable performance from them. And yes, Ivory Coast wasted so many chances. And yes, the Ivory Coast goalkeeper needs a strong looking at. But don't take anything away from Equatorial Guinea. What an absolutely incredible performance and a well-deserved 4-0 win. And then what happened in the evening? Ghana 2-0 up going into stoppage time. All they had to do was not concede and they were through. They conceded 2 goals in stoppage time for it to finish 2-2. And fair play to Mozambique. Unfortunate for them that they couldn't go on and get a third. Meanwhile, it was 1-1 between Egypt and Cape Verde. And then Egypt score in the 93rd minute. And then Cape Verde equalise in the 99th minute. Egypt think they're out. Then they realise that Mozambique have got the 2 goals against Ghana. And they both end 2-2 and Egypt go through. But honestly, absolutely chaos in the AFCON last night, and thankfully the Asian Cup wasn't as dramatic and we were able to get those predictions correct. But man, oh man, let's hope we see as much drama today. I hope it's going to be another incredible day's action, and if you do enjoy the action, please let me know by dropping a like on this video and of course subscribing to the channel. We have to try and break these down every single day, and I think it's going to continue to be a lot of fun over the next few days, so make sure you are subscribed so don't miss out on any of the predictions. Let's get into everything that I think is going to happen in all 4 groups across Asia and Africa today. And we kick things off over in the Asian Cup, and we'll start off with Group B, which is the early games today, and that is of course Australia, Uzbekistan, Syria and India. Now, for Uzbekistan and Syria, those are the 2 teams in question. Australia are already through regardless, but they will want to secure a top spot. And I think they are actually going to beat Uzbekistan. For Uzbekistan, they just have to avoid defeat and they are guaranteed to go through. However, like I just said, I think Australia will be a little bit too strong for Uzbekistan, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Australia. That will mean that Uzbekistan's goal difference will drop down to 1, meaning that Syria will need to win by 2 or more against India to either level the goal difference, where I think then Syria will have the better goals scored, or get a 3 or 4 goal winning margin over India to get their spot in the next round. And because I like drama, because I think it will be Syria that go on to beat India, I'm actually going to go for a 3-0 win to Syria, which will leapfrog Uzbekistan into the next round on goal difference. But like I say, this could be the first round of drama for you today. Are Uzbekistan going to get the result against Australia that they need, or are Syria going to score enough goals to leapfrog them into the knockout stages of the Asia Cup? We shall see. From Group B, let's move on to Group C, and that is, of course, Iran, UAE, Palestine, and Hong Kong. And wouldn't you know it, the situation's exactly the same. Iran are already guaranteed to get through, and they are playing second place UAE on 4 points. Palestine are on third with 1, and they are playing bottom of the table and pointless Hong Kong. Again, I think the side at the top of the group are going to be too strong for the side in second place, and that will be Iran beating the UAE. I think UAE are more than capable of causing Iran some problems, but I just think Iran are too good for all the other teams in this group. They should win this one fairly comfortably. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Iran. And then in the other game between Hong Kong and Palestine, that will mean that Palestine would have to win by 3 or 4 goals or more over Hong Kong. However, I don't think that is as realistic as what we said in the other group. I think Palestine just haven't quite done enough so far in this tournament. I think they'll win. However, I'm only going to go for a 2-1 win to Palestine over Hong Kong. But you just never know. Like I say, both of these groups could go right down to the wire, as we saw in Africa last night. But for me, I think it's going to still be Iran and UAE that go through, with Palestine just coming up short on the goal difference. From Qatar then, we move over to AFCON, where we ask ourselves, could it really get any more dramatic than what we saw yesterday? And we'll start off down in Group C with Senegal, Guinea, Cameroon and Gambia. And we'll start off with the Gambia and Cameroon game, because that's really the game that's more up for grabs, I would say. I think less up for grabs, so I think Cameroon win this one fairly comfortably. Gambia really haven't offered a lot in this tournament so far. Cameroon have not performed to their best, but should still be beating a side like Gambia, so I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Cameroon. And then that piles the pressure on Guinea. Again, same situation again, 6-4, 1-0. I've done this group the other way around because I think it's an easy win for Cameroon. The question really will be, can Guinea do enough to keep Senegal at bay? And the last time these sides met was in last time's AFCON, and it did finish 0-0. So Guinea do have previous at holding off Senegal. However, I don't think they're going to get the result tonight. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Senegal, which will make the group very, very interesting, but would actually just about see Guinea go through, I believe, on goals scored over Cameroon. But we shall see. A very, very tight group once again. Another one that could go all the way down to the wire. Cameroon may need to score more goals against Gambia. But if they do that, could leave them open to Gambia scoring some goals on the break. But we shall see. Gambia obviously already out, so they've not really got anything to play for. We shall see. But for me, I think it's just going to be Senegal and Guinea. But you never know, as I keep saying. And then finally, we have Group D between Angola, Burkina Faso, Algeria and Mauritania. And this is the most dramatic of the lot. Angola and Burkina Faso start the day on 4 points each, and they're playing each other. However, they can't exactly play out a draw, because if they do play out a draw, the goal difference will still be 1-1, meaning that Algeria will just need to score more than once against Mauritania, and Algeria will leapfrog both of them into top spot. So we are going to start with Mauritania against Algeria, because I think everyone's going to be not surprised when I think Algeria are going to win this one fairly comfortably. I'm going to go for 3-0. Don't get me wrong, Algeria have been very poor in this tournament so far and didn't deserve to beat Burkina Faso or Angola. But, you got to look at the fact that Angola and Burkina Faso both beat Mauritania, and as close as those games were, I think they were still the stronger sides in both. So it would be a massive upset, I think, if Mauritania did get something against Algeria. But we'll see. However, as I said, that now means that either Angola get themselves the point and will win on goals scored over Burkina Faso, or Burkina Faso have to get the win against Angola to guarantee themselves, well, they will just get through. Any side that wins this match gets through, but it's Angola that can afford to get the draw on that goal score when it comes to goal difference. However, again, I just look at the players available to both sides, and I just think Burkina Faso have the edge in this one. And I'm going to go for a narrow, and I mean narrow, 2-1 win to Burkina Faso. But I think, once again, lots of drama yet to be had in this group, as I think there could be an awful lot of drama across all 4 groups in both continents today. I think it's going to be an absolutely fascinating day of football. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments section. Like I say, this could be one of the most dramatic days of knockout football we have seen for a very long while. But like I say, this is why we love tournament football. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you again tomorrow morning for some more Asian Cup and African Cup of Nations action.